What's going on, guys? John here from NYKBF. It's going to be a fairly quick one tonight. I know we didn't really blow it up advertising that we're going to do this tonight. We just wanted to get on, talk about a few things from last week, talk about a few things quick for this coming week, and just like I said, do a little quick chat with you guys tonight, give you some heads up on some things that are happening this week, and talk about some stuff that happened last week's tournament. So. Now we got a few people in here, so without further ado, I want to say a huge shout out to everyone that came out to the Honeywell tournament. We had 74 anglers, the biggest non-KBF national level tournament in New York State. So that was a huge, biggest tournament we've ever had by about 10 people. And just a big turnout all around. We're able to generate a lot of money for the Tristan Foundation, over $3,000, which is way more than we did the last time we had the charity tournament. So it was a good job by everyone. Thanks for coming out. The fishing wasn't as good as everyone had hoped. But there were some good bags caught. Want to quickly give a shout out to the top 10 from last week. In 10th place with 68 inches, we had Forrest Buchan. Forrest was on a borrowed boat, so Forrest came out placed in the top 10 on somebody else's boat, just borrowing one for the day because his new one isn't in yet. But 9th place, we had Nate Yakuza with 68¼ inches. Nice job, Nate. No, you probably didn't get the tanks you're used to catching on Honeywell, but then number 8, we had Tom Hodge at 70¾ inches. Tom had a pretty decent bag. Number 7 was Ryan Schwartz with 74¼ inches. That's a pretty good bag. I figured, the top 5 would be, over 75 inches, and that's pretty much what it was, but 74¼ is a pretty decent bag out there. 6th place, we had last year's state champion, Brandon Berlinski, with 74½ inches. That was a pretty good day. Then top 5 here we'll jump into. Number 5 was Nicholas Ander with 75 inches on the dot. Nick had a real nice fish there, an 18-incher. Those are hard to come by in Honeywell Lake, so. Then Pat Vamet took 4th place with 77.75 inches. A couple of 16s and a bunch of 15s after that. That was a good bag there for Pat. And I took 3rd. Had a decent day. Got on a really good bite early, but that bite kind of died off for me when the sun came up, and I had a tough time. I wasn't able to call anything after the sun came up high. So. Number 2, 2nd place, was Paul Donovan with 84¾ inches. That's a real good bag out there. He had an 18.75, and then everything else was north of 16 for him. So 84¾ that's a good day out there. He submitted 15 fish overall, so he was on them all day long. Then we had our winner, 1st place, taking home that $1,000 from NYKBF and all our sponsors, Bailey Britt, with 85 inches. He had a real good day. I mean, he had an 18, 17, and then a couple of 16s. So Bailey had a good day. He was one of the few people that was able to stay on him all day. It seemed like most people I talked to had a good bite early, like myself, and then once that sun got high, it all just kind of dried up. So Bailey and probably Paul too. He submitted 15 fish. So I'd imagine he had a pretty decent bite all day. But yeah, I mean, everybody else seems like they had a good limit early, and then were able to call maybe once or twice after that. So once that sun got up, I know it shut a lot of people's bite down. But again, congratulations to Bailey and Paul there for finishing 1-2. Paul was only a 1/4 inch behind, so he was real close there. But good job, guys. Again, thank everyone that came out. I mean, that was huge for us to raise that much money for a very, very worthy cause, the Tristan Foundation, a suicide prevention charity in the Finger Lakes region. Again, raised over $3,000. There you go, 31, 32, and that does not include the money from the kayak we're raffling off. So guys, don't forget the raffle tickets are still available and will be available all the way up until the second day of the state championships. So please buy a raffle ticket, buy your kids a raffle ticket, buy your mom a raffle ticket. Get everybody in on this. It's an awesome kayak being donated by our friends over at Jackson. And all that money is going to be added in addition to what we already have given the Tristan Foundation. So it'd be great, guys. I mean, we're already over $3,100. It'd be great, guys, if we could get to 5,000. I don't think that's too much to ask for raffle tickets. I mean, for people to take a couple chances on a raffle ticket to see if we can get set a goal to get over 5,000 for them this year, I know they'd be over the moon, and us, the tournament directors, would be ecstatic if we could all together could get them over 5,000 this year. So remember, keep buying those raffle tickets. It said they'll be available up until the second day of the state championships, and then the kayak will be given away. The raffle will be drawn at the awards ceremony at state championships this year. Anybody wondering where the state championships are going to be held? That announcement will be made at the awards ceremony at the Canandaigua event. So if you're going to be at Canandaigua, be sure to either show up to the awards or tune into the live stream of awards, because that's how you'll find out where the state championship is going to be this year. It's going to be a good lake. It's a big bass lake for sure. It's got a couple of distinct bites you can get on. It's had some pro level tournaments on it, so it is a very, very good lake. People are going to be surprised when they get on this lake and see the kind of bags they can put together. So again, guys, really come to the awards at Canandaigua, come or watch the live stream, so you can all know where the state championship is going to be held. Again, that's a 2-day tournament, and the prizes are huge, monetarily and from our sponsors. So there is a big payout and lots of sponsor prizes given out at the state championships. So you're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be a really good tournament this year. It's going to be a really fun place. It's going to be a really good bite. Big body of water, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Whoever finds the right fish. I mean, it's not going to be hard to find fish there, but whoever finds the right ones is going to do good in that tournament. It's a really, really good fishery where the state championship is this year. So, speaking of the Canandaigua Awards, I know somebody asked the question the other day, and we said we'd announce it tonight. So, the Canandaigua Awards are going to be at Murphy's Law in Canandaigua, right at the north end of the lake. It's going to be very easy to find. It's right at the north end of the lake. If you launch it from the north end, you'll probably see it from your launch. But it is right there at the north end of the lake. That's Murphy's Law in Canandaigua. That's where we're gonna have awards. They've got back patio all set up for us. So we'll be out there. And like I said, we'll be live streaming it if anybody can't make it or is not comfortable being in a group outside like that. But the awards for the Canandaigua event this coming Saturday will be at Murphy's Law. As far as boundaries go for the Canandaigua event, it's going to be just first impassable barrier, just like it was for Honeyway. So if you can paddle around it, paddle over it, whatever, as long as you can stay in your boat and get through it, you can go. But if you have to get out, portage around, pull your boat over a beaver dam or something like that, and that is considered an impassable barrier, and you cannot fish on the other side of it. So it's going to be first impassable barrier on all the tributaries. It's really only the north and the south end that are really going to be an issue. I don't think, if anybody else is more familiar with the lake, they can correct me, but I don't think there's anything mid-lake that anybody's going to be running up. But it's going to be first impassable barrier, like it is for most of our tournaments. Every once in a while we'll have special boundaries, but for most of our tournaments and most KBF events, it's always first impassable barrier. So this will be first impassable barrier, just like always. So like I said, again, if you can paddle over it, drift over it, float over it, whatever you do, if you can stay in your boat and get over it or around it, you can go past it. But if you have to get out and pull your boat over it or portage around it, then it is not an impassable barrier. That it is an impassable barrier, and you cannot fish on the other side of it. You can only fish on the lake side of it then. So with that, anybody have any questions about anything going on? No. What if you paddle like a real man and can get over beaver dams? Well, that's yeah. You can try, but if you get stuck, then you're gonna get DQ'd because you're up past the impassable barrier. So you want to take that chance. No, if it's a beaver dam that you can't easily get over, that's an impassable barrier, and you can't go past it. So nothing that you would have to portage around or pull over. Nothing that would require you to get out of your kayak to get over and back from. So if you could, run with the rapids to get over a beaver dam, but you can't get back over it to come back without getting out of the boat, then it's an impassable barrier. So I don't think you're going to be paddling like a real man and jumping a waterfall up a beaver dam. So yeah, first impassable barrier, guys, just like always. If there's no other questions, I haven't been paying attention to chat. Did anybody make fun of Gary? We usually do that in here. I don't know. Gary caught one fish and then took pictures the rest of the day. He's being nice though, so he was nice to people. So I guess that's good. But all right, if nobody else has got any other questions, I'll give it a minute or two. I'll stay on here for a minute. All right. Again, we just want to say thank you to everybody who came out for the Honeoye charity tournament. It was an awesome day. A lot of people caught a lot of fish, and we raised a lot of money for charity. So again, guys, thank you very much. That's always our big kickoff to the year, and we are so happy that everybody came out and we were able to get that much money right there, $3,132 together for the Tristan Foundation, and then that again doesn't even count the money that we've already raised for raffle tickets and the money that we're going to raise all season long, all the way up to the second day of the state championship. So again, guys, get your money in for raffle tickets, get your mom to buy one, get your aunt to buy one. You don't have to be present to win the kayak. If they win it, we'll figure out how to get it to them. But get as many of those sold as possible. Like I said, we'd love to hit that $5,000 mark to the Tristan Foundation. So I know they'd be over the moon for that, and the tournament directors, we'd all be really, really happy if we could get to that $5,000 mark. So keep buying those raffle tickets, guys. If not, we'll see you guys on the water at Canandaigua. Either myself or Justin will be back. I'm not sure who's doing it yet, but Friday night in a Facebook live stream to hand out the identifier and go over any last minute updates, times, and stuff like that. So look out for the Facebook live in the public forum on Friday. But if nothing else, no other questions, that's going to be it, guys. Have a good night.